So a shop steward has a very important role in assisting the local union in performing its function in enforcing the contract. It's also important to recognize that the shop steward role has many challenges. Shop steward may have to engage in confronting management. If there is a contract violation, he's got to be able to knock on that manager's door and say, wait a minute, you're violating the contract. The union and its members are going to file a grievance in protest of that violation. So a shop steward has to be comfortable also with confronting management, and if the shop steward is being brought in to assist a member who is being questioned or investigated, that shop steward has rights to caucus with that member and to tell that manager that we're going to step outside and caucus and find out what this is all about. If a member is being disciplined, a shop steward has that ability. A shop steward does have some rights, which is why the local union does provide training for shop stewards so that they know what their obligations are and what their rights are and what their duties are. Shop stewards oftentimes are brought in for negotiations. If the contract is being negotiated such that the union can get information from a bargaining unit member, and a shop steward is going to be somebody who kind of has a pulse of the bargaining unit and what they're wanting in any labor agreement.
What about qualifications? What is it?
So for qualifications, Local 665 does require that a shop steward have at least 24 months of work in any given location. That gives the shop steward the ability to establish some history at that location, or work history. We do want shop stewards to be good employees who are not always being disciplined or in trouble for attendance and those things. We do want shop stewards to be able to effectively read and understand and interpret the written contract so that they can communicate to the members any interpretation of that contract and to more effectively enforce the contract. We also expect shop stewards to have the respect of the members that they're going to be representing. It would not be very effective for the shop steward to not be respected by his coworkers. And of course, we expect shop stewards to, as best they can, to fairly represent the members that they're charged with protecting at the job site. So those are just the rudimentary qualifications that we expect of our members who are chosen as shop stewards. And the process for getting a shop steward or selecting a shop steward at any given barn is typically by nomination. If a majority of the members at any given location nominate somebody as a shop steward, oftentimes by petition or by election, then that name is brought forward by the bargaining unit to the union, and the union can then designate somebody as a shop steward. In most cases, the union will send a letter to the employer to be posted at the bargaining unit location, officially recognizing that person as a shop steward. And then they have the right and obligation to represent the members when they're at work. So that's the process for selecting a shop steward. If somebody wants to be a shop steward, or if the location that they are working, they can contact their local union business agent and get that process started. It should also be noted that as a shop steward, you're expected to also engage in communication between the members and the union and its agents, and also to effectively communicate information from the union to its members. That might be in the form of updating them on contract negotiations or things that are going on within the local or within various crafts within a union jurisdiction.
Events,
So
picket
it might involve informing the members if there's a labor action going on, or if the union is potentially supporting a candidate that we might need, or if the union is engaged in some challenge in some statewide initiative that might need the union members to participate, and we would engage the shop steward in communicating those things with members. So that's the nuts and bolts of what a shop steward is. So if you want to be a shop steward, or if your location needs a shop steward, call the local union business agent and talk to them about getting that process started. It's important that every location has a shop steward to more effectively represent you at your place of work.